Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to switch things up a little bit in this video and show you guys what a full payday routine looks like for me managing two budgets. So if you are interested in these types of videos or you like this content, please go ahead and hit the like button, consider subscribing, leave me a comment down below. I don't think we talked about our October financial goals, so be sure to put those in the comments so that I can read them, and let's get started. Okay guys, so right before we get started, just a quick reminder that our November kits are available in the shop, as well as this is the weekend for our 2025 6-month sticker pre-orders. They are available now until 11:59 Sunday night, which is October 6th, and we have some grab bags available. So if you're interested in those, I'll have a link down below for you to check them out. So usually in my weekly videos, I always tell you guys that what you're seeing in my video is just a portion of my budget. It is not the whole scope of things. It is not the whole pie, if you will. It's just a piece of the pie. And so I decided in this video to show you guys what a payday routine looks for me like from start to finish. Now, if you are new to the channel or watching one of my videos for the first time, I do budget only my money, and I do not show my business revenue or income. So you guys will not see the numbers, but you're going to see the categories of how I start my budget from start to finish. So I live on variable income from the business, and so I essentially have to do a business budget before I do my personal budget. The personal budget and those numbers is what you guys see here on the channel. But in efforts to make it make sense, I thought it would be fun to show a video where you guys kind of get to see the start from finish process. Now, my actual business budget with all the intricate details broken down and the numbers, that is in my Erin Condren 7x9 monthly planner. So like I tell you guys, both of my budgets are in that planner that you see, that you just saw. So to conceal the numbers and just all the little intricate details that are not necessarily important to see, I did condense my business budget and put it in this little notebook. And so this is what we're going to be looking at today. Okay guys, so this is essentially what my complete budget, including the business needs and personal needs, looks like on a weekly basis. So let's start from the top. When I get my paychecks at the end of every week, I always write down, of course, what the numbers are, and this comes out to what my total revenue is for that week. So these are my typical sources of income. My two stores, Amazon. Well, Amazon is like once a month. It just so happened to fall on this week. And this is the Affirm payments, when you can pay things in installments. I do also get the YouTube check as well as the Share a Sale check, which is affiliate marketing. So I write down my sources of income, what each thing was, and then the total amount goes right here. Right after that, I start to deduct business bills. And I do this again every week. So this is on a weekly basis. So this week I have my Instant Ink subscription bill, and I am projecting that to be about $70. It is a variable bill depending on how much paper, and not really ink, but how much paper I use. So I estimate that bill to be about $70 this week. So I will put the $70 here, and that's my only business bill for the week. I try to keep my business bills very low so that I have more money for expenses. So my business expenses usually include Amazon, Shopify, Etsy, Vistaprint, Alibaba, any business losses, and I do just guesstimate an amount for weekly losses, which could be anything from product that, you know, I have to throw away, or lost packages, things like that. I also run the business from home, so a portion of rent, a portion of electricity, a portion of Wi-Fi, gas, and my cell phone bill is included in those business expenses. So in my actual budget in my planner, I would write each of those expenses out individually, but for the sake of condensing and putting it in this video, I just put business expenses. So with a business budget, once you subtract your bills and expenses, there's a percentage that you take from that for taxes. and that amount goes here. So you take what you have, subtract your bills, subtract expenses, and then calculate the percentage, and that amount goes here. After that comes my tithes and my offering. My tithe amount does not come from whatever is left over after I subtract business bills, expenses, and taxes. I personally pay tithes off my revenue. I've always done, well, not always, but I've done that for the last several years. Before the business, when I was a teacher, I paid tithes off of my net income, not my gross. So I believe, and if I'm wrong, y'all correct me because it's been a minute, but I believe net is what you get before deductions, before taxes and insurance and retirement. And then I think your gross is what you get after deductions. So when I had a traditional 9-to-5, I took tithes from my net and not my gross. And so with the business, I take tithes from the total revenue, not after the deductions. So the way that my pastor explained it to us many years ago is you could do it either way. So that's just how I choose to do it. Moving on to offering. So offering is not a specified amount. Tithe, we know, is 10%. So tithe is what we owe God. Offering is what we give God. So I give more offering than tithes. And this is a new principle that I just started doing this year. Y'all know the saying, like, you can't outgive God giving. I was like, Lord, I can't outgive you no way. And everything that I have belongs to you anyway. So I decided to take the leap of faith around February of this year and start giving more tithes and offering. When I tell you guys, it has changed my life in so many ways. Okay, y'all, so the video gets a little drawn out with my story time, but I was basically just letting y'all know that I really struggled with greed prior to giving offering this way. Ever since I've been giving more offering than tithe, God has really begun to free my heart from the idol of money and from greed. And so I'm giving more now in my real life and just trusting God even more with my finances. It has truly grown my faith in Him concerning His provision for my life. Whatever offering you decide to give, you want it to be your best. So that's why I say we give offering. We owe tithes, we give offering. It's like when you give somebody a gift, you give them your best. And you're usually excited and joyful to give your gift to them. And that's the same attitude that we should have with offering. So moving on from that is my Roth IRA. And in all transparency, this does not always get added to. This is a second retirement account. I do have my initial retirement from my previous job that's transferred. So after all this, I have a total. With that total that's left over, then I go into the personal budget, which is what you guys see here on YouTube. So you guys see my personal bills, you see my personal expenses, which are also cash envelopes, you see my sinking funds, my saving challenges, my month ahead binder. You don't see my savings account, but I do whatever's left over from all of those things, I will put into a savings account, and then that typically will zero me out from where I started. So this is my whole payday process from start to finish. Is really not that complicated. I just don't show this 2/3 of it because I keep that portion private, but then you guys do see the personal aspect of the budget. So I hope that my budget makes a little bit more sense to you seeing it this way. If you guys have any questions about it, go ahead and let me know down below in the comments. And just to give you guys a little update, thank you so much for your prayers and comments in my last video. Y'all, this is the first Friday that I have not had a headache on film day in about a month. So today is Friday. You guys are going to see this video on Saturday. I have quite a bit of things going on, so I do need to grocery shop. I am going to church. Why did I put church? Oh, because I have I was like, why did I put a church sticker here? I forgot. I do have a church service to go to tomorrow. I think it starts at 9 a.m. and I think it ends around like 1. So I'll be going to that. Our sticker pre-orders are live and they will close on Sunday night. I have that one business bill that I did tell you guys about just a few minutes ago. And then I have one personal bill, which is my cell phone bill. I did make an eye doctor appointment for the following Saturday, but we'll talk about that when we get there. So I did need to flip to September really quick because that is included in this week's budget. And I did do coffee on the 30th. That was $3. And then we'll flip back to October. My no spend days this week were October 1st and October 2nd. So I clearly don't have any room to put it on October 1st. So I'm just gonna somehow overlap this just like that, because why not? And October 2nd, and then every other day was a spend day. Okay, so moving on to the budget, I'm gonna go ahead and fill in my amounts. So Netflix came out to $16.77, and dental and vision came out to $29.97. And moving on to close out Paycheck 1, so $16.77 plus $29.97 plus 1,000 equals $1,046.74 under fixed expenses. So that was the exact amount. And that was rent, Netflix, dental and vision insurance. Variable expenses, I gave myself $160. I have $36 left, so I spent $124. Y'all, I have been spending, I don't know if you noticed, but I have been spending less money in my variable expenses. So I told you guys that was a goal of mine maybe like some months back. I was like, yeah, guys, I'm really trying to, continue to have rollover money, because I haven't, all summer long, I didn't really have rollover. So let me go ahead and add these up. So I budgeted $1,501 for personal bills and expenses this past week and savings, and I actually put in 1,000, or actually spent $1,464.74. So that was the actual. And then let's subtract these numbers. So 1,501 minus 1,464.74 is 3626. So 3626. That is a nice chunk of change. So this is where we save the 26 cents, and this is where we save the $36. And what is going to end up happening is the 26, whatever's left over from bills just stays in my checking account to add to the buffer, and then the $36 is going to go in my saving challenges. Okay, so this week my only personal bill is my cell phone. I'm budgeting $82. It's due on the 8th. My variable expenses, I'm going to put in $170 this week. Sinking funds and saving challenges are going to get $121. So I am going to add the $36 from my wallet to my savings challenges with an additional $40 that I took out of this check. And then my sinking funds are getting $81, which I took out of this check. So 81 plus 40 is 121. I'm not including the $36 because that came from last week's check. My month ahead binder is going to get 71, and then I don't have anything extra coming up this week, and I don't budget for unbudgeted. So let's go ahead and add these up. So this week we have $444 that I'm expecting to spend on personal bills and expenses and savings binders. So 444. When we come back next week, we'll do the actual and see what we have. Okay, y'all, so this is my weekly check-in, which the days of this paycheck went from September 27th to October 3rd. So I am paid weekly and I budget weekly. So I gave myself $10 for spending. I have $2 left. So that means that I spent $8. For gas, I spent the $25. For groceries, I spent the $70. For home, I did not spend the $20, and so I still have the $20 left. So I spent $20. For eating out, I gave myself $25, and I have $4 left, so I spent $21. For meds, I gave myself $10 and I did not spend it. So wait, this should be 0. Hold on, y'all. That's 0, that's 0. So I need to cross that out and make that 0. Okay, so I went ahead and referenced the monthly budget portion of my budget, the amounts that I am giving myself as parameters for variable spending, and subtracted what I spent this week from that amount, and these are my remaining amounts. So spending this week is going to get 10 again. Ooh, that rhymed. 10 again. Gas is gonna get 45. Groceries will get 70. Home will get 20. Eating out is going to get 25. Meds will not get anything, and neither will beauty. Okay guys, and next up you will see my expense tracking. So I did track my expenses for this past week, and I will do a sped through time lapse for this portion. I also realized that I did tell you guys last week, I think it was, that I would show you September's budget and how that worked out. So I did get some miscellaneous income, which was a $40 birthday gift. For my variable expenses, I budgeted $780. I actually spent $851, so I put that in a red circle. For my fixed expenses, I budgeted $1,451 and I spent $1,448. And then for my additional expenses and places that I'm going to be spending money that I put down here at the bottom, I budgeted $1,015 and I actually spent $963, which left me a positive $52. For my sinking funds, I started the month with $2,548 and ended the month with $2,707. And I don't think I showed you guys my sticky note, but I did pull out the $444 from the bank. So getting into the wallet, I am briefly back in my jelly binder. We'll see if I stay in this one or not. But spending is going to get 10. And if you are new here, I do cash stuff every single week. This is the only way that I spend money. The only time I spend money with a debit card is if like I'm out of town or something, and it's just a little easier to keep up with my card versus, you know, the different categories and things like that. But I will make note in my phone of what I'm spending money on to still hold myself accountable in these categories. So groceries is going to get 70. And this is just groceries for me. I'm actually going to be cooking more, doing less eating out. And home is getting 20. I have some goals I'm trying to reach, fitness goals I'm trying to reach. So I'm gonna be cooking more. So follow me on Instagram if you're not, because I like to post my meals on my stories. And so I plan on doing that next week as well. I'm not gonna tell y'all what I'm making, but you just have to follow me and see. Meds and beauty will not get anything. So I don't have anything going to the bank this week. I do have receipts to scan into my Fetch Rewards app. I think I'm at about like 95,000 points in Fetch Rewards, which total out to probably like $95. But hey, it's free money. And my coins and then my cards. Okay, so next I will get into my saving challenges, starting with the card. So in the card challenge, and I don't think I printed I did not get a new check mark sheet, but it's okay because I'm actually gonna fill in 2 spaces today, and so I have 2 check marks left. So today I'm gonna fill in the 31 and the 5, so that's $36, and this money again came from my rollover. So 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. So we're gonna do that. And then That'll be the 35 and the 5 that get filled in. So 31 and 35. So hopefully I can remember for next week to grab another check mark sticker. They last for 3 months, but I missed a couple of bubbles in July, so I had a little bit extra left over. And next is my Rose Gold Saving Challenge binder. I think I've been leaving the card in for the last few videos, but I do like to take the card out just so that it dries better. So today we are going to, wrong color. Let me go get the color. Okay, y'all, so for today, we are putting in $40 into our October Saving Challenge envelope. So I'm gonna go 20, 40, and then we'll flip to October, which is at the back here, and put in our 40. So we are done with our saving challenge binders. So next I'll move on to our month ahead binder. Okay, y'all, so for our month ahead binder, we are still working on the rent. Although I am already ahead on rent, I still want to complete this card. So we're going to do 20, 40, and 6. And in our rent envelope, we have 50, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 200, 210, 215, 220, 225, 226, 27, 28, 29, $230 in our rent envelope. Okay. Next up is our utilities combined. So the majority of my utilities are combined with the exception of electricity. So we are putting in a 5 for 20, 25, and 30. And my streaming apps are complete, which is just Netflix right now. My health insurance is complete. Cell phone, we're gonna add 5 to it. For 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70. Next is car insurance. That's gonna get $5 as well. For 20, 25, and 30. And subscriptions is complete. Wi-Fi is complete. And then we just have electricity as the last envelope, and it's going to get a 10. So electricity has 20, 40, 50, 60, 70. But we have $70 in our electricity envelope, and that is going to be all for this binder. And for the last portion of my payday routine weekly cash stuffing is to stuff my sinking funds. Birthday is going to get 10, and this envelope is for my birthday. I have a gifts envelope for other people. So birthdays has 20, 40, 50, and 60. So I just had a birthday in August, and I never used to really have an envelope like this for my birthday. I just never did. But I realized this past year, like, The one thing or the couple things I do like to do every year for my birthday is usually get my hair braided. That's usually a thing. I also usually like to, you know, get a pedicure or get my lashes done. So more so like beauty services is what I like to do for my birthday. I'm not much of a gifts person. Like I don't really buy myself a bunch of gifts for my birthday, but I love to kind of get a little pampered on my birthday. So I think that envelope is needed. Wardrobe got 5, 20, 30, 35, 40, 41, 42, 43. I may be having to use this like next weekend. I'm going to a special church service next weekend. And what did I say, y'all? 40, 20, 30, 35, 40, 43. And the attire is all white. And I think I have a couple white shirts, but I don't have any white bottoms. I haven't had white bottoms in forever. I don't have any white pants. I don't have any all white dresses. And I'm like, okay, I might need to go buy something. Monthly savings is going to get a 5 for 50, 60, 65, 70, 75. So for my new friends, monthly savings is for the months of April and May and a little bit of June, because those 2 to 2.5 months of the year are probably the most expensive months of the year for me. There are several family members and friends who have birthdays in those months, as well as Mother's Day is in May. My mom's birthday is in May. And then Father's Day is in June. My dad's birthday is in April. Father's Day is in June. So that envelope helps me out. Outings got 5 for 10, 15, 20, 21, 22. So that envelope helps me out with buying people gifts and going out to eat and everything that comes with those months. My goddaughter's birthday is in April. My best friend's one of my best friend's birthday is in April. One of my close cousins' birthday is in April. It's a lot. So car maintenance has 100, 200, 300, 400, 450, 470, 490, 510, 520. And this will be taking place this month. I will be going to get my car maintenance because 520, because I am at the necessary mileage. So next is miscellaneous, and that is going to get $2. One and 2, 4, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So miscellaneous has 14. So my gifts envelope here is what I'm trying to save up for people's gifts. And this is outside of April, May, June. So this is outside of that. I'm telling y'all, that month is so heavy. It had to have, those months, excuse me, are so heavy. They had to have their own envelope. So gifts has 20, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. So $53. I need to tell y'all, because y'all are like my friends. So I love to update y'all on things. I need to tell y'all, remember earlier in the video when I said I had some fitness goals? Y'all, I'm overweight, and I don't feel good about being overweight, but I feel good that I know, if that makes sense, because I have not had a scale in years. And sometimes you think that because you can still fit your clothes, you know, for the most part, that you're doing okay. It's not until you get on the scale where you're like, I'm not doing okay. Godchildren got $2. They have 150 placeholders: 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. 156. So a lot of my friends and I collectively, literally collectively, a lot of my friends and I have noticed that, you know, we're a little chubbier than we need to be. And so I have like, one of my friends is doing keto. They just started keto. Another one of my friends just started intermittent, I think, fasting. Yeah, so it feels also inspirational that pretty much all of my friends are also trying to lose weight and get healthy. So if any of y'all out there are trying to get healthy or lose weight, I'm here with you. So day 9 has 50, 60, 65, 70, and 75. I'm trying to save it until the holidays, but I might be using it this weekend. We'll see. But yeah, you are not by yourself if you are like, I need to lose weight. Or maybe you are a good weight, but you're like, you know what? I need to get healthier. I need to eat healthier, feed my body more nutrition. I'm here with you. We can check in together. So I'm gonna put these up and get the low priority binder. So that if you guys noticed on my expense tracker, you saw that I had smoothie on there a couple times. So I'm not really a fruit girl. My palate does not like sour things, and in my opinion, fruits are mostly sour, so they've always been hard for me to consume, as well as I get some allergic reactions to fruits sometimes, fruits and nuts. So I started getting fruit smoothies from Smoothie King to help me intake some fruit. Card registration has 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. Now I love vegetables, okay? I am a vegetable girl. I hope this is not like a prejudice comment by any means. I hope it's not, and I hope it's not offensive to anyone. But on my mom's side of the family, maybe on my mom's mom, my maternal grandmother's side of the family, they are Native American. And I always would joke and say, like, I know I'm Native American because I love corn, I love beans, I love vegetables. And from what I can remember from like school days, Native Americans love vegetables and fish, and I love vegetables and fish. So I always be like, I know I'm Native American. Hope that's not offensive. Okay, personal got 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And let's go with emergency. And that is going to get 5. Yeah. So I have $1,200 in the bank and then $10 here in cash. So we are working with 1210. Giving is complete. This is for our next giveaway when we reach 30,000 subscribers. If you have not subscribed, please do so. Christmas is going to get a 10. And Christmas has 100, 200, 220, 240, 250, 260. And the goal is 300. And that's kind of the minimum. Hopefully I can have about 350 by the time I go Christmas shopping. You guys know I started over in my sinking funds in April because I had to use the funds. So holidays is getting $2 for 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, and 56. Today is the 4, $2 and 56. And so, I didn't mention, if you're interested in the type of diet that I do, I do a caloric diet, so I focus on how much I eat, my eating portions. I have had a huge appetite since I was a baby. These $4 are going in here, $2. So even though I am done stuffing giveaways, I still pull the 2 and then I just add it to another envelope. So that's the purpose of trying to reach my goals. I will still pull what I would normally put in them, but just put the money toward another fund to help me get to another fund's goals quicker. So I have 100, 120, 140, 145, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. So $154 in car tires. Oh, 154. So yes, guys, so I've had a big appetite since I was a baby. My mom has numerous stories of how I just didn't want to stop eating when I was a kid, or I mean a baby and then a kid. So I focus my diet on how much I'm eating. And then I've also been exercising on my trampoline, drinking a lot of water. I saw these walking pads on Amazon. So I might get one of those too. They cost about $100 and something. So I might get a walking pad here and put this in my home so I can, you know, exercise even more. But that's what I'm currently doing. So if you guys are trying to lose weight for like the holidays or get healthier, I would love to hear about it and keep the community growing. But this is going to be the end of this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, getting to see my full kind of payday routine. I hope that it helps make sense of my budget. Don't forget, the pre-orders and the grab bags are available this weekend, and I hope to see you guys back next week. Have a great weekend. Bye.